The FNAF Fangame community is kind of booming right now, and a lot of people are making FNAF fan games. I mean, hell, there's so many FNAF fan games that we have things like Fan Game Direct. Now, people are obviously craving for new FNAF fan games like Pop Goes Evergreen, Five Nights at Candy's 4, Jolly 4, and FNAF Plus. But today, I want to shed some light on some less known FNAF fan games that are coming out. This list is in no particular order, and all the picks are my opinion. So if you don't see a game that you think should be on this list, it's either because I didn't know about the game or it didn't make it to my list. Grizzlies, we're technically starting off with two games here. I've actually never played Grizzly, but from what I know, it's mostly popular because of being a political FNAF fan game. I've seen some footage of the gameplay and I really didn't think it was that interesting, but I actually think the idea of the game being in VR is a very cool idea. In my opinion, VR FNAF fan games are some of the most underrated and underutilized things in FNAF games. I feel like FNAF Help Wanted made a really good example of that.
Boink. Man, I got a problem. I should probably be worried about that.
And Grizzly 2, which is obviously the second entry to the Grizzly series, which from what I know has some free roam elements, which is a really cool idea, but I'll have to see the game to judge for myself. You could say I'm not really excited about these games, I'm mostly looking forward to it, or I'm intrigued by it. But I guess it's piqued my interest a bit, so with that, let's just go to the next game. The Web of Cogs on Oil. I honestly really like the original game a lot, and I might make a separate video about that game. So if you like my type of videos and want to see more content like that, consider subscribing. Thank you. The Web of Cogs and Oil is a FNAF style minigame collection, and the aesthetics of this game is one of my favorites. After I found out that this game is being remade, I was a bit skeptical because I didn't know if it was the original developer of the game who was working on the remake, but I'm happy to announce that it is being developed by the original developer. Thank God. Other than that, there's really not much I can say. The game is really short, which is one of my only complaints for the original game. I'd like to see this game get expanded upon with maybe new minigames, or maybe secrets and challenge modes. I've already talked about this game in one of my previous videos, so if you haven't seen that, maybe click on the card on the top right or whatever. But in summary, this game seems like a really interesting FNAF fan game with a cool art style, and from the gameplay in the trailers, it looks like it'll have a lot of variety in terms of gameplay. Not much I can say other than that. Alright, next game. Now, you may be wondering why I picked this FNAF fan game.
I mean, Perrigate, this game seems really questionable.
Smash.
Sussy baka.
Well, dear viewer, I've already sent a letter to your mailbox which will arrive in a couple of hours. But in short, I've actually known about this FNAF fan game for a while, and this FNAF fan game seems really unique with the features and mechanics. For example, you can choose your difficulty, which will reward you with better item drops. Or how about skin drops or customizable menus? My only skepticism is that there's really no proper gameplay as far as I know, so I hope the game looks just as stylized as the menus in the game. Can you imagine seeing this main menu and going in the game just to see an MS Paint looking project that's just another FNAF 1 reskin? So in my opinion, this game is pretty unique and pretty interesting. According to the description, Deerwood is a FNAF fan game that is inspired by I'm on observation duty. If you guys don't know what observation duty is, it's basically a game where you have to spot the difference. Okay, well that's not a really interesting explanation. You basically have cameras that you have to look through, and sometimes some things might change as they're called anomalies. It's very akin to the Mandela catalog, which is a very interesting combination. I really respect FNAF fan games that try to do different things. No matter how bad the game might turn out, you know, at least it's respectable for trying something new. Our species have always improved with trying new things. It's also mentioned that there's a hard mode in the game with side quests and collectibles. I'm pretty interested in the game. I like the characters' designs and the graphics of the game. This game has this creepy vibe to it, and if they handle the game right, I'm sure it'll turn out really great. There is actually a short gameplay trailer of the game, and it definitely nails the atmosphere atmosphere. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game, so let's move on to the next. Rat Race. Now, this game is something really unique. So, imagine a competitive FNAF fan game where you're against 3 other players, all trying to survive from animatronics, and you're able to send animatronics to other players and or disrupt them. Whoever survives the longest wins. Sort of like a battle royale, with things like skill trees and maybe free roam, but I could be wrong about that. And private matches with a custom-made anti-cheat? A bit overboard, dude, but okay. Can you guys imagine something like FNAF esports? Imagine FNAF World, but instead of an RPG, it's a beat 'em up. And you have yourself FNAF Forces. Just the idea of this game alone sounds dumb, and that's why I love it. However, this game looks like one of those kinds of FNAF games that could get abandoned or cancelled. In a post, they said there's only 3 people working on the game, which is a small number for this style of game. I'm hoping that this game is a unique FNAF game with a lot of character variety and unique abilities. They did mention that there's a demo coming out sometime soon, maybe, so fingers crossed, hopefully this game gets a demo. Oh ho ho, Porkchop's Horror Show. Now this game is definitely one of my most anticipated FNAF fan games, period. And if you don't know what Porkchop's Horror Show is, seriously, click off this video and go download it and play it and finish the game completely. Fully finish the game and then come back and write your opinion. So let me give you a summary. This game was originally cancelled, and at the moment it's uncancelled, but it's on hiatus. Who's the developer of this game, you may ask? Well, it's Fizdom. You might know him from Shadow Over Freddy's or FNAF Plus, the official remake of FNAF 1 with a Scott approved stamp. Now, don't get me wrong, I am excited about FNAF Plus, but if I had to choose between Porkchop's Horror Show or FNAF Plus, I'd definitely pick Porkchop's in a heartbeat, without a doubt. I could sit here and go on and on about the demo and the teasers for the game, but I obviously don't want to stretch this video that long. I might make a separate video about Porkchop's Horror Show if you guys would like to see that, because this game is huge. This game does not seem to be like your average FNAF fan game. But alas, we made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. That is crazy, guys. My brain honestly cannot catch up with the amount of subs and support I've gotten. Like, it's still hard for me to comprehend that I even have more than 500 subscribers. 6,000 is just a lot of people. So thank you so much. If you genuinely like my content and you want to see more, or you want to support me in any way, one of the best ways you can help is to comment, like the video, or obviously subscribing. So again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!